Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another live podcast. Littlefield Wildcats is our topic. Cody West, Keith Logan. Of course, Keith and I bring to you Littlefield High School sports here at West 11 Sports Media, and it's been a busy spring break for the Wildcats baseball team. Keith, since the last time you and I put together a little podcast here, the Wildcats have had 3 games. We played Brownfield, defeating the Cubs 7-0. Then we lost to Levelland by a score of 6-3, and then came back strong and defeated Seminole by a score of 5-2. A little bit of an up and down spring break for the Wildcats, but nonetheless, a lot of good experience.
Yeah, like you said, it's been kind of up and down. We was able to get beat a very good team, a Brownfield team initially, and started the spring break, and then we kind of struggled right there when we played Levelland, and then we was able to come bounce back against Seminole. So it's been kind of up and down. But right now we're just trying to fine-tune things so that we can get ready for district coming up this Friday.
Prior to the Seminole game on Friday night, you and I talked to Coach McNeese in the dugout, and he said that this is pretty much it as we get ready for district play. He's got his pretty much his starting 9 in place. He thinks he's got a good feel about his pitching rotation and how we're going to move forward. Of course, the games start counting once district play starts this coming Friday. So I know that it's been a good non-district schedule. Our record overall is better now than it was last year at this time. So you feel like the Wildcats play in a similar schedule in non-district this year compared to last year. We've done better. We've come out with a lot more confidence, I think. A lot of unanswered questions have been answered. But the other thing that impresses me about it is that the Wildcats have had the bullseye on their back since we went to the state tournament last year, so we're pretty much getting everybody's best shot.
Yeah, like you said, we went to the state tournament, so obviously, everybody wants to knock us off, especially in the 3A classification, and even in the higher classification, you want to beat a team that went to the state tournament. So, and I think we'll get the same things going down in the district. Everybody's going to come out and they want to, prove that they have an opportunity to get back to the state tournament, and they want to basically, take us off of the, right now, last year we were on top of the hill, and they want to take us down, get us off the top of the hill, and they, they're definitely a benchmark, for their program. So we got to definitely come out and not, get wrapped up in, trying to make it, one game's going to get us back to the state tournament. We just got to kind of start playing one game at a time. It's going to start with Friday against Millshoe. And, this is one step to the bigger step. There's like, you just kind of take it step by step and then get back to the state tournament, hopefully. But, you can't predict that it's going to happen every time. So it's just one of those kind of things you got to take it one step at a time.
Well, even though we had a historic run in baseball last year, the one thing that eluded us was a district championship. So as we come into district play, I know Coach McNeese and the boys are going to feel like, let's take care of first things first and let's win this district. It's going to be tough, of course, with the Shallow Water Mustangs bringing almost every starter back from last year's team that we beat in the regional finals. But sitting today, looking at the records, Shallow Water, 14 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. And they played a tough schedule, so the Mustangs are just as good as advertised.
Yeah, they're right now. I think they're in the top 5. As far as rankings. But at the same time, when districts start, the rankings are nice, and we kind of proved rankings wrong for the most part. We beat some teams that were above us in rankings, throughout the year last year, and was able to make it to the state tournament. So rankings are great. It's a nice way to kind of start and kind of judge where you're at as far as the state goes. But at the same time, rankings don't really matter. The games you're gonna the wins are going to matter on the field, and that's where we're going to kind of separate ourselves from the pack if that's where we want to go.
One thing that kind of jumps out at me looking at the overall records at this point from some of our district teams is our opponent in the district opener, Muleshoe. According to txhighschoolbaseball.com, they have a record of 2 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. Muleshoe has struggled through their non-district schedule. Now, they've played teams like Lubbock Estacado, Kermit, Brownfield. They've lost all those games. Their 2 wins on the season were to Roosevelt and Sundown. So Muleshoe appears to be struggling here in the non-district. Of course, that doesn't mean anything when the Wildcats and the Mules take the field in any sport.
Yeah, especially on Friday. The record may be a losing record right now, but I'm sure we're going to get their best game. We're going to get their ace, whoever that may be, and they're going to come out and they definitely want to start off their district, on a positive note and by being Littlefield.
Yes, sir. We're very excited about the upcoming District 2-3A baseball schedule. Of course, it includes the Littlefield Wildcats, the Shallow Water Mustangs, the Muleshoe Mules, as well as the Freona Chieftains and the Dimmitt Bobcats. And Littlefield lost twice in district play to Freona last year, so nothing is guaranteed once you get into this district. A very good district. Of course, the Wildcats were the regional champion last year, making the deepest run out of everybody in this district. But it's going to be a good, tough district. We're looking forward to it. We hope the crowds get out and support these kids as they get out and play baseball this season and round up the district schedule, and then, of course, push through the playoffs. But if you can't make the trip out to the ballparks, of course, you and I have the play-by-play broadcast here at west11sports.com each and every time the Wildcats take the field. So it's going to be exciting. It's, all the games that we've played so far have been a lot of fun, but now that they're going to start counting, it's really going to be a whole lot better.
Yeah, especially, if you're not able to make the away games, definitely try to come out to the home games. 'Cause, for the most part, it's free admission. It's a good time. You don't have to. It's free admission. That's enough said. Just come out and support them. These are the same kids that, you go to church with, you buy fundraisers from, so just come out and support them every time there's a home game.
Yes, sir. And, of course, you and I provide the broadcasts for Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cat Sports. Here at West 11 Sports Media, we also bring to you Olton High School baseball. You can log on to our website and listen to the Olton Mustangs as well. Olton has a big district. They've already started district play. It's a tough district with the likes of Abernathy and New Deal in there, and it's a tough district for the Mustangs. But here at West 11 Sports Media, we're proud to bring Olton High School sports as well. And then, of course, baseball is rolling, but we've got track, softball, golf, tennis, all that good stuff that happens during the spring.
Yeah, there's a lot of UIL events that's going on, the last part of the school year. So, like you said, we're going to be covering as many softball games as we can as possible. We'll be out there, but at the same time, that's another free game you can come out and watch. If if it's a home game, I know it's kind of tough, with school and stuff like that, making away games, but definitely to come out to, support the Littlefield Lady Cats when they play at home, because it's free admission once again, and come out and just support them.
Yes, sir, and especially now that the weather's going to start warming up, spring is upon us, and we're going to have some good weather for some good outdoor sporting events. And as far as our podcasts go, this is the second week in a row that you and I have kind of put together an extended podcast. I've been doing some little 1 to 2 minute updates here at West 11 Sports Media, and we've been doing weekly updates now here for 2 weeks in a row. And we hope that everybody will spread the word and share our link and tell, put it on Facebook and Twitter and everything else that we're talking all about Littlefield High School sports here at West 11 Sports Media. You can download it. You can listen online, whatever you want to do. Go through our app and listen. You can download our app at the App Store or the Google Play Store and listen to our podcasts there, as well as the live broadcasts. We're just doing our best to cover Littlefield High School sports, and I'm having a great time doing it.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. These are the kids that we see every day in the grocery store, in the church, and just, around town. So we definitely want to, give them their spotlight. Because, not to say that, other newspapers or other, outside of us like Lubbock and stuff, they just have a big coverage area, so they don't necessarily get to, really dive deep into, Littlefield sports. So we're just trying to give another avenue to kind of really, follow the team a little bit closer.
Yes, sir. Well, spring break is over, and games are about to start counting in baseball and softball district play as well at Littlefield High School. Anything else before we head out?
Come out and support them when you can. Definitely want to have a big crowd for that Friday opening district here against Millshoe. Definitely want to have a big crowd for that game.
All right. Thanks a lot, Keith. I'm Cody West, West 11 Sports Media. There's another Wildcats and Lady Cat sports update. Make it a great week, everyone.